Let me smile for the tooth. I saw y'all live stream. You gotta have machine guns. Are we that dangerous, officer? Are we that dangerous? You need the machine guns?
Time and effort to get on the presidential ballot.
That's right.
And make an informed decision rather than having to choose between the lesser of two evils every 4 years.
Amen.
Choosing the lesser of two evils is still choosing evil.
Amen.
Enough.
Amen.
America is not for sale. The United States. Wasn't because they had weapons of mass destruction. They didn't. In fact, George Tenet of the CIA warned the Bush administration. Yellow cake uranium? No, that's bogus. Bogus evidence. It's not true. It's a lie. Don't use it. Yet George Bush went and lied before Congress talking about yellow cake uranium. That's a felony. Put him in jail.
Treason.
But these were all the reasons we went to war with Iraq.
Innocent people.
5,000 of our young men and women died. Tens of thousands of them were injured. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqis, innocent Iraqis, lost their lives.
Right.
Sending tens of thousands of troops halfway across the world to kill hundreds of thousands of people is not fighting terrorism. It is terrorism.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Yes.
And the very people we send over there to do the fighting, when they come back,
We treat them like shit.
we treat them like shit. We treat them like
No
shit.
benefits.
250,000 Iraqi vets and Afghani vets have been diagnosed with PTSD.
That's right.
100,000 of those have received nothing.
That's right.
No care, no benefits, nada.
Not
Support our troops is more than a bumper sticker. We have 18 veterans and one active duty soldier taking their own life every single day.
right.
More troops have died by their own hand than by the hand of the enemy.
That's right.
Yet in this country with our corporate media that wants to sanitize war, that wants to justify war, that wants to make it pretty, they'll tell you about mosquitoes. 2 people die of a mosquito bite, we're in a national panic. But 18 veterans and one active duty soldier losing their lives every day, you don't even hear about it. It's time we start supporting our troops. It's time we stop sending our troops off to fight in illegal wars for corporate greed and profit. Yeah, they're supposed to be working for us, right? Yet we have these lobbies on K Street funneling millions upon millions upon millions of dollars into politicians' pockets. Far more than the paltry sum we, the taxpayers, pay them. Where do you think their allegiance lies? Now, I've got nothing wrong with lobbies in general. I have nothing wrong with people voicing themselves to our elected officials, telling them, hey, we're the people, this is how we feel, you work for us. But when that comes with a bribe, saying, here's $1 million, vote this way, I got a big problem with that. I got a big problem with that. Let's get the big money out of politics. That if we ever established another institution like it, we'd be sorry. But we didn't learn that lesson. 1914, Woodrow Wilson went and established the Federal Reserve, a central bank. A central bank that prints money and puts it in banks. And those banks lend 10 times that amount, and then they put interest on top of that. Well, that's all got to get paid back, right? How do you pay that back? Well, with money. Well, where does that money come from? Oh, we'll just print some more of that money. Here you go, now pay it back. Oh, all that money we gave you to pay all that back? Well, you owe a lot more money on top of that. To end this cycle. That's why what's worth $1 today was worth $23 in 1914. It's endless inflation.
You can buy our freedom right here.
But you sure as hell ain't gonna find it listening to the corporate media. Those 5 corporations that control over 95% of everything you see on TV and everything you read in the papers. You think they're about the truth? They're not about the truth. It's corporate media. Corporate. They're about profit. They're CEOs and shareholders.
Gun, bro.
Dying. He's more concerned about the New York Marathon than his very own constituency. Bloomberg, you gotta go.
Bloomberg's a piece of shit.
Who's gonna win tomorrow?
Somebody.
Goldman Sachs, who just happens to be Obama's and Romney's largest campaign contributor.
They work for each
They
other.
know about hedging. So whoever gets elected Tuesday, they're working for Goldman Sachs.
And they've wasted
Not the
millions of
people.
dollars campaigning when they already know it's going to be one of them two.
And the Red Cross.
We're just concentrating on January 1st. We're wondering whether.
Well, January 1st is the beginning of a new year.
Not at all.
That's how it goes.
Obama actually signed the NDA law, which means National Defense Authorization
And
Act.
went
It means
to court
that
to enforce
any
it.
citizen of the United States can get dragged out of his
Oh, no,
house
and he also-
and
he also-
detained like a terrorist
He
for
also
an
gave
indefinite
American
time.
citizenship to 12
And it's
million.
happening.
Yeah, but he gave American citizenship to
There's
12.
SOPA, there's so
No, I
many
can't.
new laws that are coming to
I can't.
effect, sir, that they're just completely, no one's paying attention. It's time to get fed up.
Pulling out, blockading the building of this pipeline. This is in solidarity with those people. This is also in solidarity with the victims of the recent, and Mr. Noah Webster, we got a new word for you, superstorm. It has been acknowledged to have been caused by the global warming, which James Hansen, a NASA scientist, says that this pipeline we're about to protest is a fuse to the largest carbon bomb in the world.
Yeah, I found it was the.
So,
My wife's from Kentucky.
that's what we're doing.
Maximum sustainable carbon concentration in the atmosphere is 350 parts per million. We are now approximately at 400 and rising rapidly. We will be at the point of runaway climate control very soon if we don't reverse this process.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
This pipeline
Pipeline
is killing indigenous people.
is killing indigenous people
Regularly. Or directly. Because they're earth-based cultures. We need to think. America is on. Indigenous land. So the very first people. You need to work hard to save. Indigenous people. Because if we go. So do you. All right.
I want to expose one of the lies our politicians would have you believe about the Keystone Pipeline. They say we need to build this pipeline to reduce our dependency on foreign oil. Really?
It's a lie!
We're building a pipeline from Canada to Mexico to ship all that oil to China. How does that reduce our dependency on foreign oil? I don't understand.
Makes big money for the corporation.
Oh, it's about money again, huh?
Yes!
Everything comes back to money. Money for who? For you? For me?
For the
No.
corporation.
Money for the Koch brothers.
South Pipeline supposedly is going to create all these jobs. It's going to create all these jobs. According to some right-wing pundits, the number of jobs created is in the several million. This is basically, it would be like 1% of the population. This would be like 1% of the population would actually be employed through the activity. You're after mic check. Sorry, through the economic activity of the Keystone XL pipeline. That has been like way exposed by an amazing study by this group at the Cornell Labor Institute, which actually shows that the number of jobs, they use like all this like freaking like faulty science and fuzzy math, not to use a like George W. Bush term, but like fuzzy math to actually make these magical jobs create out of nowhere, and many of them were based on jobs that had already supposedly been created, like years ago.
Right.
The number of actual jobs that will be created in the long term is in the hundreds.
That's right.
Hundreds.
Right.
A couple of hundred jobs. About 3, not millions. 400.
Mic check. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
There is one way.
There is one way.
And only one way.
And only one way.
Keystone XL
Keystone XL
could create 1 million jobs.
could create 1 million jobs.
And that's jobs rebuilding all our cities on the coasts
That's jobs rebuilding all our cities on the coast.
after more superstorms like Sandy.
After more superstorms like Sandy.
If this pipeline
If this
is
pipeline
to fuse the largest carbon bomb on the planet,
It's to fuse the largest carbon bomb on the planet.
hurricanes like Sandy
Hurricanes like Sandy
could become as common
could become as common
as a summer thunderstorm over DC.
as a summer thunderstorm over D.C.
The relief.
and
New
who's
York.
helping provide the relief?
Occupy Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street.
Hand350.org, who organized the Torch Dance protest before.
And FEMA.
Fuck FEMA.
Where's FEMA?
Just like 7 years ago in New Orleans, most of the relief was provided by random anarchists like us. They are the lawyers, an international law firm for TransCanada, the company building the Keystone XL pipeline, the fuse to the largest carbon bomb. I like to say bomb. Carbon bomb in the world. That's why we are here.
Let's get in there and occupy!
Are you guys having a food drive for the people that this company's driving off their homes to frack? We're here to visit.
Okay, you need to sign in for me then, please.
So
Come and sign in.
we sign on? Are you going to allow us to speak to the people who are causing the policies that are destroying the environment, who are endorsing the pipeline, who are funding the destruction of the environment?
Let's go back this way. Let's go back this way.
Get your bag.
We are here to make some noise.
We demand pens.
I brought my own.
Pins.
Actually, I got him. I got a pin. Here's my pin. I'm sorry, man.
It's something older. You know what? Sign me in and go to hell.
I just put environmental.
Suck up. Mark that down, the whole entire thing. It's like put a line going all the way down here.
Now, is this the company that's bulldozing people's houses in Pennsylvania?
Yeah. I signed it.
Where's 100? Yeah, I just signed in. I was the first person. Mine's the first name on the list. I signed it.
Right.
They're calling the cops.
The cops are right there. We're here to visit.
We're here.
Jack Moats. Moats. M-O-A-T-E-S. It's a protest on payment to my building. About 50 or 60
What time is it?
I'm trying to give them a head.
It's
10 Excuse me.
signed in.
Okay, hold on.
There are about a dozen offices all throughout the
In
world.
New York City.
In New York City.
As long as this pipeline persists, we will be here, we will be back, we will be there, we will show up at every office they have. They will know.
right here on the first floor. That's what I'm speaking.
Can y'all come on out, please? Can y'all please come out? I got the police on the way.
What was that? You said you got the police on the way.
Do you have children or grandchildren?
Do you know what the
Quit
future?
selling your souls for a paycheck. The
you know what
people you work for are destroying the planet.
Sir, can you come on away from the door, please?
I signed
I
in.
know, can you come away from the door, please?
I signed in now.
I said come away from the door.
I'm here to see Jessica.
Just chilling, man.
I'm here to persuade her to stop destroying our
Can you
planet.
back off of this door, please?
Are you Jessica?
Can you back off of this door?
Hey, Jessica.
I'm not going
quit
anywhere.
Working for the people who are destroying our planet.
We're not going anywhere.
I did. We got him coming. Can you go?
You're gonna have to remove me. I'm not leaving.
Sir, y'all slamming on
I
the
signed
door.
in.
No.
Well, it's locked. We gotta get in.
No.
I'm just checking the handle.
Yeah, they locked down.
Please do not back off.
They gonna let us in? They gonna let us in? You, Jessica? I'm here to see Jessica. I'd like to try to persuade her to stop destroying our planet.
Banner here so they can see what we're doing.
Heads up, got a banner up.
Oh no, I dropped my change.
Just an interview. Just an interview. That's okay, I have several guys I've done stuff like that.
Single-handedly make a future impossible for humanity.
Make a future impossible for humanity.
Indigenous people die every day
Indigenous people die every day
of unheard of forms of cancer
forms of cancer.
because of toxic tar sands. The Canadian government knows this. The Canadian government does everything in their power
The Canadian government does everything in their power
to paper over these lives. We cannot stand for this.
We don't stand for this.
In the 21st century,
21st century.
it's time to stop
It's time to stop
Indigenous genocide.
Indigenous genocide.
Tar sands kill lands. We say no way.
Our sands kill lands. We say no way. I'm coming to see you, man.